If you want to sound like a native speaker, be sure that you watch this whole video to understand these two verb tenses. I did some research on what was the most asked question by English learners about grammar in English. What was the most asked question by English learners about grammar in English? Which grammar topic is most asked about? And what I found is how to use the past simple versus the present perfect verb tense. How to use the past simple verb tense versus the present perfect verb tense. And so today we will talk about these two things. You'll understand them better and you will sound more like a native speaker using these verb tenses correctly. So when you think about the past simple verb tense, you need to think about finished time, a specific moment in time when this event or activity or thing was finished. So we think about finished time. Past simple are used for actions that are connected to a specific time in the past. A specific time in the past. This is important for when you use the past simple. So I have some examples here. In these sentences, watch for the word that tells you, or words that tell you the specific time. So here, I visited Paris in 2018, or I visited Paris in 2018. She watched a movie last night. She watched a movie last night. They played football yesterday. They played football yesterday. Do you see the specific time words in each of these sentences? I visited Paris in 2018. The year is the specific time word when it happened. This event happened and finished in 2018. Next, she watched a movie last night. Last night is the time word that tells us that the movie was watched and finished last night. And then the final example, they played football yesterday. Yesterday is the time word that tells us that the football playing happened and finished yesterday. So with the past simple, the most important thing to know is that if you want to emphasize the time, the specific time when the event happened, then you use the past simple. Think about time. Time, using the specific time. Yesterday, I went to the store. I started school last year. Anytime you talk about a specific time, we use the past simple. We're emphasizing that time by using this verb tense. Okay, now we'll talk about the present perfect. With the present perfect, we don't talk about a specific time, but rather we use it to talk about life experience that you have had being the present perfect, life experience you have had in the connection to now, to what is happening in that moment you are talking about it. That's why it is present, but it's usually something that has already happened. But you're not focusing on the time that it happened. You're focusing on the experience, the life experience that you have already had, but it's connected to the moment in what you're talking about. So we use the present perfect to talk about actions that happened at some time in your life. The time does not matter, but we don't say when. Actions that happened at some time in your life, but we don't say when. And when you use the present perfect, it means that you're probably having a conversation about this type of experience. And so then you might say, oh, I have done that before, or I have eaten that, or I have seen that before. So you use the present perfect because it's in connection with what you are talking about right now. So some examples that will be helpful. I have visited Paris. I have visited Paris. So we see the present perfect tense here with have plus the past participle visited. I have visited Paris. This means you're probably having a conversation with someone about Paris or France or maybe even just travel in general. And they say, oh, I have visited Italy and London and New York. And you say, oh, yeah, I have visited Paris. I have visited Paris. But you don't say when. You don't need to say, oh, I have visited Paris 5 years ago, or we don't say when using the present perfect in this way, because it's more about the fact that you visited Paris than it is about when you went there. Another example, she has watched that movie before. She has watched that movie before. So maybe you're in a conversation with other people about a movie that you and your friends would like to watch, and your friend has already seen it. And so you say, oh, she has watched that movie before. Again, it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter if it was 5 years ago or yesterday or if it was a week ago. It doesn't matter when. The only thing that matters is the experience of watching this movie. Has watched that movie before. So watching the movie is the most important part of this sentence. It's that information that's being conveyed or that information you're trying to get across. The final example, they have played football many times. They have played football many times. So here we have our present perfect verb tense. They have played football many times. And then we have just this to tell us some information about time. Maybe it's just happened a lot, many times. We don't know how many, and we don't know when either. It's just many times. So the most important information in this sentence is that they have played football. The playing football is the most important part. They have played football many times. Again, it doesn't matter when. Maybe you're just having a conversation about playing sports with other people. And so you mention they have played football many times. So with the present perfect, it's more about life experience in the connection to now. So again, let's just look quickly at comparisons between the past simple and the present perfect. Some more examples, just looking at a direct comparison of past simple and present perfect. We start here. She ate sushi yesterday. She ate sushi yesterday. This is past simple because it is focusing more on that finished time. Yesterday, it tells us the exact time when she ate sushi. She ate sushi yesterday. This is the past simple, and it's because it shows us a specific finished time. Here, she has eaten sushi before. She has eaten sushi before. This is the present perfect because it doesn't have that finished time in the sentence, but instead it focuses more on the experience, the fact that she has eaten sushi. It focuses more on the eating sushi as opposed to when she ate the sushi. So maybe here you're in a conversation with other people about sushi, if you enjoy sushi, if you've eaten it before, and someone says, oh yeah, she has eaten sushi before. It was really good. I enjoy having sashimi and I enjoy dipping it in soy sauce and so on. But with the present perfect, it matters more about the experience of what you are talking about in the connection to now, in that connection to maybe a conversation you are having, as opposed to the past simple, which focuses more on finished time, when it started and finished in the past. I hope that this video was helpful for you in understanding the past simple versus the present perfect and how to use it like a native speaker. If so, be sure to share this video with someone else who will find it helpful.